Yep, breaking news. They are engaged. As of, what, like a half an hour ago or something.
So the conspiracy is over?
I guess. I mean, after watching him on the podcast, she was just like actively fawning all over him. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's real. It looked real.
Yeah. I think it was the beginning of it where everybody's like, this looks like a marketing.
This looks like a marketing. Hey, this looks like a marketing. I think it's because we're not used to two people that are that insanely famous getting together and holding it together. It doesn't typically work out that way.
Well,
she's had a lot of famous boyfriends, too.
It was the NFL using it so it looked like it was...
So it just made us think that because we're so used to corporations making deals behind the scenes and then lying to us that we read into it. Yep.
Which I still not convinced that she and her team didn't say, like, hey, you can't just use me this much. You got to pay me and my brand for this exposure.
Yeah, I don't know what.
You know, there may be some... There could be both. Both could be true. Where she was actually, you know, obviously she was dating him, but she also could have told the NFL, her and her team, that you can't just continuing to show me and use me for promotion.
She's one of the only people that I think could make that call.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, there's plenty of famous people that go to NFL games, and if the NFL wants to show them on TV, the NFL will.
Yeah,
and there's nothing that you can do about it. But
because you give away your rights by showing them.
She is one of the only people, if not the only person I can think of that could pick up the phone, or her team could pick up the phone, or her agent could call, you know, whoever you're going to call, Goodell or whatever, you know, whoever you're going to get a hold of and be like, hey, no, we're going to change this.
Or just trade for some other, or there has to be some sort of.
I can see that.
Because
that's a decent conspiracy, you know, sort of a.
Or it's just it's just like business of marketing.
Yeah.
It's like you know, using some celebrity's name for your corporate advantage doesn't seem to be fair.
Yeah.
And it seems like the people would make you pay for that.
But they do look happy. They do. All right, let me get these voicemails. If you would like to leave us a voicemail message.
Well, imagine what a bizarre way to navigate a relationship, being so famous that you couldn't do anything without people watching what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to get any privacy whatsoever. And then every move you make and every word you say publicly scrutinized. You know, it's just a bizarre way to live.
Yeah, it is. Like also thinking about how calculated all of this probably has had to have been. Like, when it really happened, it didn't just happen. You know, like I don't think she operates like that.
Yeah, everything has to be planned.
Yeah,
a crazy business
meticulously.
Yeah.
You know, like to the point where, for instance, we'll end on this with Taylor. The color orange was the last color used in the Errors tour, I guess. So she's standing on stage, and like sort of the last thing you see on the tour as a Taylor Swift fan is her in this orange outfit, right? To the point where she ends the Errors tour, hiatus for not very long. The new album is connected to the orange outfit. Like, the album is the same orange. It was a precursor.
Yeah.
She was already like leading you with breadcrumbs to the next project.
Yeah.
Insane amount of like.
She employs hundreds of people, right?
Wild.
There's a marketing team that her corporation.
Yeah, gotta be at least 100 people.
Her business employees. You know, it's like a separate marketing
and some
company.
of them are seasonal because you got the tour people. Anyway, all right. I found voicemails. Would you like to? Is this a coming back?
No, this is we'll just start for Thursday 1, and we'll just do voicemail.
Okay, you start. 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out because podcasts live on video sites right now. If you like Twitch and video games, head over there. And if you're always on the YouTube like I am or have YouTube TV, check us out at Tom and Dan Live on YouTube.
We also have a subscription called BDMs.
Yeah.
Those
are our best darn members.
Yeah, or you'll find out the real. But
you'll see.
We have multiple BDM only Facebook groups. We have a main one that you can get in once you're a BDM. Then there's a bunch of subgroups with every different hobby.
Nerd, outdoor, firearms, archery,
Subi group,
anxiety, car.
Parenting group, culinary group.
Yeah, culinary group.
Plant group, gambling group.
Let's see here, chronic masturbation.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
And you can sign up at tomandan.com, and we do a BDM appreciation every year. That happens in April. It happened next year. So if you want to be a part of that, sign up to become a BDM. We have brand new straw hats.
Yeah. If it wasn't happening, we wouldn't mention it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't happening, we would.
At tomandan.com, so you can get a straw hat or a sun shirt on our website.
All printed by the fine folks over at Hidden Skins. They did an amazing job with this sun shirt and hat.
Yep.
It's my favorite we've had. Okay. Let's jump into some voicemails. We neglect voicemails and emails from time to time, and it's always fun to hear from our listeners. If you'd ever want to, if you're ever thinking about us and you want to leave us a voicemail, 1-866-TOM-AND-DAN. That's the number to call, or you can leave us an email, show@tomandan.com. The hottest topic that we have had in the last week was the gentleman who called the Friday Free Show, and I'm going to have to be a little careful. But he called the Friday Free Show,
stinky carbuncle?
and he had a carbuncle on his hiney. Let's dig in.
Hey guys, listening to the Friday Free Show and hearing the gentleman caller talk about his butt problems. What he has is a pilonidal cyst. It gets at like the top of your butt crack, and it stinks so bad when they open it up. We used to get guys that would get it in the Army, and they usually got it because they didn't wash their ass. So, let this be a lesson to everybody. Wash your ass.
I don't believe that. You're not going to tell me that just by not washing, that
it's internal.
If I just leave it alone, then I'm going to get some primordial. What did he say? Primordial cyst? That sounds horrible. It's like Jurassic Park. Primordial cyst.
No, I think you. Yeah.
Primeval cyst. What did he say it was?
I don't know. But
hold on, I got to listen to it.
Gentleman caller talk about his butt problems. What he has is a pilonidal cyst.
Pilonidal.
Okay.
Pilonidal. Pilonidal.
So,
let me look that
a
up.
cyst,
Let me do a little chat GPT on that.
I thought cysts come from, like there's cysts that come from infections, which I guess start externally, but then get covered up by the skin and then grow internally.
The only cyst that I know is the sebaceous cyst, and that is a cyst that all, if not most men get on their scrot, and it goes, and you freak out, and then the doctor's like, I don't absorb, and it does.
All
and
right,
you're good.
Okay. Sounds like you had
I was asking for a friend.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know anything about cysts.
Yeah, a pilonidal cyst is a pocket that forms under the skin, usually near the top of the buttocks, where the tailbone is. It often contains hair, skin debris, and sometimes pus if it becomes infected. Holy smokes. The cause. Thought to happen when loose hairs penetrate the skin, causing irritation and infection. Who gets them? Most common are young men, people who sit a lot, and those with coarse or thick body hair.
So it's like when the hair grows,
like an ingrown hair.
Ingrown hair, something like that.
Which is just a blemish, right? There's just a zit.
Yeah, but I guess it could turn into a cyst. Like the ingrown hair can get infected.
The body is an amazing animal, right? Wow.
Compounding it. It's so good sometimes, then real bad.
There's some impressive stuff, and then there's some just horrible.
Yeah. Like you hear about a human body like healing itself with all types of problems and people like on the brink of death where you're like, there's no way this
Some people are like, hey, you can heal anything,
Yeah. And then sometimes you get some sort of, ingrown hair, and then it can turn into an infection that kills you.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Just
man,
because
one
you
hair.
you didn't wash your beehole, and the next thing you know, You're driving down the road, you got to drive yourself to the emergency room just because you didn't.
And you're calling a podcast and telling them?
Yeah. I mean, like, I've kind of got like this new ritual that I enjoy, and you probably have it too. I bet you, like, when you're out jogging, right? And let's say you're laying down a solid 7 or 8 miles, right? And you come back, and it's been a tough one, and you're just drenched. Because I've seen you sometimes when you come back here, and you're just drenched. There's a new thing I kind of like. I really enjoy it like that. Like, I like cooling down and then taking a shower. When I'm really, really, really sweaty, there's something almost like it's a new ritual that I've kind of worked into my mornings.
Yeah.
Where the idea of lathering myself up and just getting extra clean after I've been extra sweaty is awesome. Like, I love it.
Okay.
It's like a new thing that I do now where if I didn't, what I'm trying to, I guess, get across to you is that, like, I guess if I didn't work out and get extra sweaty, I wouldn't feel the need to get, like, extra clean.
Yeah.
So there's, like, a balance in
getting
my
extra dirty and then clean immediately after.
Yeah, there's something that feels very good about that. Like, I like it, and then I feel like I smell the soaps better and the water feels better, and I appreciate the shower more. Because I'm like, oh, I was disgusting and now I'm great. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's the satisfaction of, like,
I accomplished something.
Pressure washing a driveway that hasn't been cleaned in years.
Yes.
As opposed to one that's done 6 months ago, and it's like a minor difference. You need the big difference to feel the best.
The chat room is weighing in on something that I had to deal with my daughter, and I don't know what this is caused by, but maybe I'll look it up. CD Sarah in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. She says, I have a ganglion cyst on my wrist that's a stinger. Maisie, too, had a ganglion cyst on her wrist. And then Sarah goes on to say, people in the olden days used to use a Bible to smash ganglion cysts. It's just fluid. Yes, the doctor told us when we took Maisie to the doctor. Now, granted, Andrea does take her to an Old West doctor, said to hit it with a book.
Specifically a Bible?
No, not a Bible.
Get
not
the
a Bible.
demons out.
No, she said hit it with a book.
Okay, because it just...
And I laughed. I'm like, I thought Andrea was doing like a prank. Like a dentist, like, you know how I can't take anything seriously and it's a flaw?
It just reabsorbs and back into the skin?
Yeah, but you got to break it.
Okay.
You have to hit it and it hurts.
Okay.
Like it's tender to the touch. And then, yeah, like Maisie and Andrea were talking about it. Maisie's like, oh, yeah, I'll put my hand out there. You just whack it with a book. I'm like, y'all are nuts. The doctor did not tell you to whack the cyst with a book. That didn't happen. Sure enough, they said the doctor told her, if you want to, you can whack the cyst with a book.
But by the way, if I'm at the doctor, I'm like, you whack it. I paid for this visit.
Exactly. Can you pay the doctor to whack it?
Yeah. If I go whack it myself, then I'm not paying nothing.
Yeah, she had one, and I didn't. I was like, where do you get that? Also, I'm not good with that kind of stuff because, like, Maisie's like, I think I have, like, a thing here. And Andrea's like, mush on it. Andrea's like, it's a cyst. And I'm like, kind of like the period thing we did yesterday. I'm not as good as an island boy. I'm just not. This is another follow-up to the butt boil problem from the last Friday Free Show.
What's going on, T&D Media? It's Concrete Mike. Man, the Friday Free Show, after Seth left, and you took that call from that guy with that carbuncle on his butthole, my God, I was cry laughing while I'm driving down Highway 44 heading towards Ocala to go to work. Man, I haven't laughed like that since my mom died on August 6th. Oh. So, I needed that. Thank you. You guys are so hilarious, man. I love y'all.
We love you too, buddy. I'm sorry that your mom passed away, but I know how how special she was to you, and I know how much that hurts. Sending love to you, Concrete Mike. Our pleasure to have one of our other listeners who's suffering call in.
Then us, we make fun of him.
We make fun. But you know what? That guy said it helped too.
Okay, all right.
That guy said it helped too.
Maybe if you call us with your different medical problems and we make fun of you, we heal everybody.
New show alert.
Okay.
Dumb doctors. The dumb doctor. We're the dumb doctors. We can solve any problem.
That was called Love That Doctor.
Love That Doctor. No, this is called dumb. This is called dumb doctors.
Okay, yeah. You call us and we're like, ew.
Any problem? 1-866-TOM, the letter N, DAN. 1-866-Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
You call in. The dumb doctors will solve your problem. I'm pretty good with stuff like that because I feel like, as a hypochondriac,
okay,
that I have at least 10,000 hours on WebMD.
Yeah.
And that's
you've
the,
experienced
Morgan Spurlock, right? Like, you know, I put time in.
You've experienced every ailment, real and fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You know, you've thought you've had every different ailment throughout
I've got some new ones
49
right now.
years.
I'm currently battling stomach, pancreatic, and liver cancer.
Well, you've had the pancreatic
I've had those before.
and the stomach, yeah.
And a little dash of lupus.
Yeah.
Just
Lupus
a little,
before,
just a little lupus.
You whatever.
MS. I got MS.
Have
too.
you ever done brain tumor?
Oh, plenty of times.
Okay, yeah.
Name anything, and I will honestly tell
lung
you.
cancer.
You know what? That's not one I've done, and I.
You never felt like.
And I was a cigarette man.
Yeah.
See, none of my ailments make sense. Planes, totally safe, right? Can't get on them. Get on a motorcycle, no helmet, naked, flying down the road as fast as humanly possible. Thank you for calling T&D Medical. This is Dan speaking. How may I direct your call?
Hi, Dan. Is this the Dumb and Dumb doctor?
This is the Dumb Dumb.
Okay,
This is Dumb
first
Dumb
patient.
Doctors. First patient.
What do you got?
First patient's free.
Yeah, I got pulmonary lung disease. I was just wondering, should I be doing pest control or should I just be sitting on my butt
Charles,
collecting
you should be
disability?
sitting on your butt. I did not even think of that when you told me you started doing pest control. And yes, I know you have pulmonary lung disease. I don't think you should be doing that. But you need
Isn't
money
that
for
like
your
saying
family.
you got cardiac heart disease? Like it's the same thing. Pulmonary and lung mean the same thing, right?
Yeah, it does. It's the whole entire lung.
Sounds
not
better,
just,
Tom.
you know.
Sounds like you're trying to sell the sizzle, man.
It sounds more medical, damn
It
it.
does. Charles gets it.
Well, just say you have pulmonary disease. You don't have to even add the lung. It's a fancy pulmonary
I
that
love
sounds
you,
medical.
Charles.
Anyway,
That's hilarious.
have you ever had? I'm trying to think of. Have you ever
Come on,
done
throw anything at me. I'll tell you if I had it or not.
Skin cancer?
I've actually had skin cancer. Doesn't scare me at all.
And
And I've actually had it removed from like precancerous. You know, where they send it away and they're like, "Oh, you had a precancerous." Like, yeah,
precancerous cells.
Yeah, precancerous cells.
That one. Didn't that get you? Because you're like, oh, if these were precancerous, then they're all precancerous.
I will say that I started wearing sunscreen a lot more. This was after I had left St. Augustine and moved back to Orlando.
What does precancerous? Or just
I don't really know.
This could turn into cancer.
From
like
what I
they're
understand, I would guess that the cellular makeup, when they look at it, there is what do you call that? A defect in it. So
Okay.
it's let's say it's taking on the cellular makeup is taking on maybe characteristics of cancer cells.
And then they could
Not necessarily full-blown cancer, but it's taking on a few characteristics. Look, I'm making this up. This is just what I think.
No. I think that, and then it's like these cells could eventually turn into cancer.
That's
but
what I think.
But or not.
Like free radicals, I think you throw some of those in there, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like where it's like or maybe it's like the conditions are favorable for cancer here.
What about
I don't know.
mouth cancer?
I have thought I've had mouth cancer, 100%.
Because everyone
I used to get a bunch of sores in my mouth when I was a younger man, and I thought it was from eating the cookie.
that you can get that.
Michael Douglas, right?
It's weird though that he got it in his throat and then not his tongue or gums.
You're doing it wrong. Yeah, what are you doing? Lord, I can't do that. I'm not a diver. For Christ's sake.
Yeah. How's that at work?
What do you think I am? I'm not a sword swallower. I couldn't think of anything else.
All right, we'll play another voice.
All right. Okay. We've been talking about the Tom and Dan coloring books. We've been talking about a lot of the different T-shirts and hats.
When we said that, I got a lot of response from people like, I still got mine. And then people were showing me that they still had theirs.
Yeah, a lot of people, like DeBary Joe.
What's up, Tom and Dan? It's DeBary Joe. The magnet's pulling hard today. It's Monday night. I'm listening to the OG recap, and you're talking about the coloring books and wondering if anybody has any. Today, I unpacked both of mine. Pristine, brand new looking, not a single piece of crayon on the inside. So yes, Tom, they're still out here. And mine, I haven't even fucking used mine, but it's there.
All right.
God.
Well, thanks, DeBary Joe.
For nothing.
Thanks for nothing. You call it extra work.
You call in, you curse, you didn't color our coloring book. Should we do another one, or is there a lot of stuff when it comes to this show? And you can be honest with me because we're friends. I think we're friends.
Yeah.
We could be acquaintances. I don't know. In my mind, we're friends. A lot of stuff, the ship sailed, right? Coloring books, koozie. Probably never do a koozie again, right?
I want to go back to fidget spinner.
All right. Tell me where your barometer is. Tell me how you're feeling.
Fidget spinners making his way back.
Fidget spinners are back. What about, remember when we were obsessed with doing, it was like going to be a little plastic stake that you stick in the sand and you can put your drink in it and it keeps your drink from getting sand on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Everyone needs one of those.
I just threw a bunch of those away when I was cleaning my garage because Crystal had them. I had like 4 of them in the beach bag.
Yeah.
And then Crystal's like, well, we've never used these.
Yeah.
And I'm like, of course we have.
It's an unusable invention.
And then I was gonna stick them somewhere, and then I'm punting them in the trash, and I'm like, no one ever uses.
Yeah.
What the hell? I got sad.
I love a good what the hell. I've also, if you want one more thing to chat about that I've been reluctant to tell you, I have fallen on something that all great dumb old men do at some point.
Yeah.
And I've started hanging novelty flags in my garage in the afternoon.
Okay, all right.
I go through the house looking for any flags we have.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I collected a Deftones flag. That's a good one.
Okay.
I have a Municipal Waste, which is a thrash band. That's a great flag, too. I have 2 Orlando City flags. One is a Publix Orlando City flag. And I am now going to order this afternoon an American-made, hand-sewn American flag.
Okay.
We're flagging it up, baby. I'm flagging up my garage.
Now, where are you hanging them? Like just on the walls?
I'm pinning them to the wall like an old man does.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm pinning them to the walls.
Is that because you spent extra time?
I sit in there now.
Yeah.
It's my sitting room. And now here's another thing I did. I bought one of those big. Well, I didn't buy it. I've had this thing for years, but I cleaned it up. It's one of those metal like fans you would use to cool like a flooded mud room or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like those big metal fans that used it
like a big garage fan.
Yeah, like an air mover. So I have one of those. So I have that in the garage, and then I have 3 other like tiny fans just put all over the garage, pointed towards the center. So my one stool is in the center of the garage, and I can sit in the center with a beer and just have all the fans blow on me while I'm listening to country music with my dog.
My grandfather, he liked to sit in his garage.
It's awesome.
And he just sat in his garage, looked out into his yard, and did that every day in the afternoon. And that's where he'd sit.
Have you tried sitting in your garage? It's awesome.
It's full of junk. Mine's completely full of junk.
Okay.
So I cannot sit in there.
But
I go to my backyard.
It's
impossible to clean it.
It's similar though because it's quiet, right? It's just you in your backyard.
Well, but I can't sit. I just do work constantly.
Well, I tinker and I throw things away. Like I'm constantly throwing things away.
Yeah.
Here's another thing I'm doing that I'm getting a little pushback from my wife, but my buddy Shane, who wired up my scooter, that's another reason why I'm spending more time in there. I'm like waxing the scooter. I'm moving things around. I'm organizing the charger. Now I'm getting my ruckus ready I got to clean the carburetor on that one, and then I'm gonna get them both up and running.
Carburetor, make that one electric too.
I kind of do. I kind of want to. I just don't have the money right now. But I've started putting stickers all over the walls. I'm really junking up this garage.
Okay, stickers on the walls.
This is not going to be a Matt Mormon garage. Do you remember the garage I used to have at the little house?
Yeah.
I'm going back there, baby. Where it was punk rock stickers everywhere.
Yeah.
I had a dream that I hired Earl Funk, our tattoo buddy, to do a painted mural in my garage.
Oh, you want to go mural?
I want to go mural.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I enjoy sitting in my garage. I love it.
So you want to turn it into that with that hardcore club I went to that like just all stickers and bric-a-brac on the walls. Yeah. It's like a little punk rock Whiskey Lou's.
Yeah, I want my own personal Whiskey Lou's so I can just pee on the ground. Yell at my dog.
But it's also that aesthetic is kind of like Key West dollar bar.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely Baldwin Park's Toby Keith. They call me Little Toby around here.
You know, where the whole inside of the bar is just a bunch of stapled dollars, bras,
I like
posters,
that. It's horny,
murals.
Money, horny. It's bras. That's what I am. I like money and I like boobs. You know. I definitely like that. Now, no offense to our good friend Matt Mormon, and I would like, and I know you've talked to him. next time we have him on, I'm gonna run him through some pictures of my bric-a-brac old man garage because his garages look like Apple stores.
Yeah, they're all streamlined, high tech.
That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for
Clean.
more like Kid Rock's master bedroom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, like flags everywhere,
Yeah.
stickers everywhere.
Yeah. More of a sausage castle.
Yeah, more of a sausage castle. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that was a bad analogy because it's less political. There's no political allegiance there. It's just Orlando City flags, a public sticker.
Yeah. But it is like a punk rock bar. Or
Yes.
just a bunch of stuff.
Like Pabone's band, they made my garage. So I put a TV Generation sticker in there.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Virginity, friends of the show, Casey Crawford, I put his band. I put a sticker in the garage.
Yeah.
Like bands that I know, The Pauses, I put a sticker of them in there because I like that band. They're a local Orlando band. Like, I'm going back to the stuff that I truly enjoyed from years ago. And I started telling this to Andrea, and she's like, well, why haven't you done this before? And I was like, I honestly don't know. I don't know why I fell out of all of these different little things like motorcycles and music and collecting stickers and spending time in my garage. That was what I did.
Well, you got your scooter back, and then that, it prompted you
Gave
to
me my confidence back.
start doing some stuff, because now you got a new project. Although that will get old, then you'll go back upstairs.
It's already old. It's already old. I'm already over it.
Then you want a new thing.
I already want a new thing. I was like, this is so old.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Well, because you got a micro burst of endorphins, like a reel, but then it goes away so
I'm a
fast.
shopaholic. I'm a shopaholic, baby.
Yeah. You need another micro burst of endorphins. More and more.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.
That's awesome. What's up, guys?
Hey.
How are you? Where's that goatee? It's good to see you guys. Where's that goatee?
That's Thursday 1.
Thursday
the 28th.
Thanks. It's good to see you guys. Is it still nasty out there?
No, it's actually kind of, it's overcast, but the temperature is.
I can deal with the temp. Yeah, the temp is cool.
So the third Thursday is this Thursday, right? The 28th? Not the third Thursday.
The Preserving Your History.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's Wednesday.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Wednesday of next Wednesday.
Okay, all right. The lunch and learn, sorry.
Lunch and Learn is on a Friday.
Oh, it's Friday.
Not this Friday, next Friday. It's the 5th.
Oh, the Friday the 5th. Okay, so, yes, all right. So we could actually put this on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, just to put the 20, it'd be 19. That's probably perfect.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll
that.
do it. All right.
Let's do that. Yep. That works perfectly.
Sorry, I thought it was on this Thursday, and then I was like, okay, we have to put this on Friday or on Wednesday to be able to promote. But it's September 5th, the lunch and learn. Yeah. You guys can come grab a seat inside.
Yeah, come on in, y'all. I'm just saving a file and making note that one of our listeners cursed on a voicemail. So I have to go back and remove their curse word. Let me turn everybody on. It's good to see you guys. What's happening at the History Center?
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
What's
As per
historying?
usual. The exhibit's doing pretty well.
Nice.
Orlando Collective.
Very cool.
What's
Yeah, that got the video we did on and the social media video.
It's our second highest rated video right now.
Whoa,
got a
cool.
bunch of attention.
We don't make a lot of money from our YouTube, but I will say that you made us like $4, and that's huge. That's fucking. I mean, that's like the biggest. Like I'm like, I looked at it. I'm like, what video is this?
We'll expect a donation.
And I scroll. You'll get it gladly, man. If you can get our videos to perform like that, I was like, that's easy.
That's interesting. I wonder what.
Yeah,
about
sometimes
it.
things pop up that do better than others, and
you never know, man.
It's all over the place sometimes, and
That's
things
kind of how our social media is. You can't guess what people are going to glom onto. Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird how it works.
Oh man, I gotta fix this. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
I moved our cameras for fantasy football.
And the lunch and learn is all about the history of malls, correct?
Primarily Colonial Plaza, but
Okay.
Colonial Plaza and the era of malls. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That wasn't that our Florida's first air conditioned mall? I think it was.
Technically, but technically not.
Because it was an add-on, right?
Yes, but then also, so.
Oh, you don't have to talk about it now.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so
Isn't
bad
there-
because I'm like interested in this.
Isn't there a
stupid stuff.
segment we're supposed to do?
Yeah, sorry, Scotty. I'm real dumb. All right, hold on. If I'm trying to get Scotty's camera to behave, and it's not.
Oh, wow. I'm not even there.
Yeah, well,
Whoa.
for the sake of the segment, would you be okay not being on camera?
I'm perfectly
I'm
fine.
really sorry, Scotty.
I'm sorry to the fans.
I think when you know what, and they're gonna, and it's gonna be my fault, and they're gonna be mad at me. They're gonna be like, "Why don't you have Scotty up there?" And
Not even like a little puppet or anything.
I know. I'm very sorry. I don't know why that's not working. Let me go to number 2. Just number 2.
You could just lean your head into
And hi, it's me. I'm gonna do one more little thing to double check here.
Okay.
Because it may have been unplugged and then plugged back in.
Oh, yeah. We reconfigured our cameras.
But it doesn't look like it was. Okay.
No
But
worries.
sorry.
That's okay.
God bless it. Now it means I got something to fix after the show. That's also why you got to God bless it, which is, sorry, I'm talking like my grandma. All right, Mr. Van, would you like to start?
Sure.
Here we go. And 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Scotty and Rachel here from the Orange County Regional History Center.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Very good to see you guys. Sorry for the siren. I just feel it's like a lucky thing now. It's like if we don't do it, I feel like it's like a bad omen.
Is that just for us, or that's just anybody?
It's for everybody. I'm not going to lie to you.
Alright.
Whenever we have guests in, I call it a blast. I give
In the
everybody.
future, we'd like our own sound.
Okay,
please.
you know what? I appreciate you being honest with me, and you are heard. Okay, I want to validate what you're saying and let you know that the next time you're here, you will have your own sound.
Could you talk to Brendan for me?
Okay, I can do that. Is there a communication problem that I need to address? We can do that. You are heard, and next time you are here, I think you'll be impressed with what I've done.
Looking forward to it.
So, Scotty, tell us what's going on with the History Center coming up.
Well, we've got today we're going to be talking about Rachel's Lunch and Learn that's coming up in September.
Yes.
Which I think you're all going to find kind of interesting. And
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always
we
wanted
can
to say
talk
that.
about
I'm
other
sorry.
things, but that's the thing most eminent.
So September 5th, Lunch and Learn. Tell us a little about, before we talk to Rachel, about this particular topic. What is Lunch and Learn?
Oh, sure. We do these monthly. Usually they're the first Friday, but sometimes things happen and we can't do it on that particular date. But it'll be noon to 1. Lunch and Learns are, you can do it a couple of different ways. You can come and see us in person. You can come and see us in person and bring your own lunch. You can come and see us in person and purchase a lunch through us, or you can even watch it online. The other cool thing about watching us online is you can, the closed caption is available online.
Oh, nice.
So
Tom can't read though, so that's a no dice for him.
Bringing my leftover fish from the night before to stink up the whole room.
No worries, guys. I've got some leftover scrod and some microwave popcorn. I'll be right out.
Stink up there. I was like, what's this guy eating fish?
Yeah.
Rachel, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So
You scare Rachel. I guarantee you. I can see it. Right? I don't know.
Why? I'm a
Just 'cause
very
you're,
intimidating person. I like
That's what all intimidating people say.
Like a very bland, like this guy's, he's not up to no good.
This guy's boring and can't read.
So, Rachel, this Lunch and Learn is about what topic?
Mostly Colonial Plaza, but it's
All right.
kind of like Colonial Plaza and the era of malls and how it all fits into the growth of Orlando.
Okay, so Colonial Plaza, was that one of the first malls in Central Florida?
Yeah, so I mean, Colonial Plaza in its first iteration was not the first, like, it originally was more of like what we would think of as like a strip mall.
Okay.
It wasn't the first to do that, but it was definitely like the biggest at the time, and it got a lot of promotion and a lot of attention. So it was just a huge shopping center and really grew with like the suburban sprawl of Orlando.
What year are we talking the Colonial Plaza?
It opened 1956.
Okay, 1956.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And so in that time, what shops were big in the, like, are we the Sears. That was inside. This is an outside mall. Like what?
That's an awesome question. I don't know. Were these mainly
Sears and Roebuck?
Mainly like one-off, like mom and pops, or like?
Do you mean like in general in
chain?
Orlando, or like specifically in Colonial Plaza?
Yeah, in Colonial Plaza.
Yeah.
Colonial Plaza opened with like a Publix, 2 grocery stores. Why would you would need 2 grocery stores in one plaza? Don't know. 2 grocery stores, one of which obviously was Publix. It had a separate, like not in this strip, but in the same like section, Belk's. And then it had a lot of little like mom and pop stores, some like regional stores as well. There was like Walgreens Pharmacy, McCrory's, and that's also where you have the famous Ronnie's that everyone loves to reminisce about. Yeah.
What's Ronnie's?
A restaurant.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I like the sound of that. Ronnie's. What do you get at Ron? What was Ronnie's specialty? Like
what I hear people talk about all the time is like their pickles and also their
the
customer
pickles were there
service
was a
and
jar
stuff.
of pickles on your table.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that was a gimmick? A jar of pickles?
Yeah. I'm Ronnie. I put pickles on every table in a jar. Use your hands. Don't be a P word.
Yeah.
1950s at its finest.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
My wife always gets so mad at me when I'll have hamburger pickle chips, and then I'll just reach in there and finger
What
one
are you,
out.
some kind of animal? And finger one out.
Yeah.
You did a swizzle with your hand, sir. That is not
And then
allowed.
she's like,
She's
use
right.
a fork.
She's right.
And I'm like,
you were
we're-
picking your nose. You were getting bread out of your
No,
teeth.
I'm like,
you're
we're
supposed
all-
to use a fork, and then you lay a double-sided paper towel on there, and then you lay your hamburger chips out, and then you take the other side and you lay it on top of them to dry them. So when you put them on your
No.
burger, they're not wet.
No.
Do you see the
my
difference in the two
goodness.
personalities
Goodness.
here?
I like a sloppy chip. And then I'm like, we're all in the same family. Who cares? Like, I just and there's so
It's
much
gross,
vinegar,
man.
it kills the germs in
No,
there.
people say that, but I don't believe that. No doctor's ever told them to go home and put some vinegar on it.
So, like, why particularly like Colonial Plaza as a highlight for like Central Florida malls? Was it the most famous old school mall in Central Florida, or like?
I mean, I
Plaza?
guess you could say that. It kind of started a lot of the like shopping mania, or I guess it grew with the shopping mania because that happened nationally, but it definitely kind of started it within Orlando because originally Orlando and most any city, all of the like downtown all the shopping was like downtown on their main streets. So with Colonial Plaza, that's when it starts to spread outward with the suburbs. And also with Colonial Plaza is it became this kind of weird like Frankenstein mall because every like decade it would just kind of grow and they would just like tack more stuff onto it.
God,
Yeah.
It's
Like my old house. Everything was just an addition.
Yeah.
Until eventually I was like, I have to leave this place.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
can't add
horrible
anymore.
prison. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and is it also like kind of it shows you what the whole nation, like you mentioned, was doing, where like
consumer society was
yeah,
being,
Yes.
like
you know,
consumerism and
Yeah.
like even going to one place with a bunch of stores instead of going to each individual store, that was becoming a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So part of I cover a lot of this in my presentation, but the guy that started like what we have as like the modern concept of the mall is this guy named Victor Gruen, and he's this Austrian American, and he opened the first like enclosed mall in 1956 in oh my god, I forgot the state. Minnesota. It's one of the M states, but there's so many M states and I always get them all confused.
We'll just
It
go
makes,
with Minnesota.
it makes sense, isn't that where like Mall of the Americas is, and like
I think
is
so.
it Minnesota.
It's I think it's one of the M states. Anyway, regardless, Victor Gruen. But so that became like the trend, and his idea was because we were becoming at this time such a car dependent country, and also the consumerism was on the rise as well. Post-war, it was in the 1950s, so we just gotten out of World War II, and everyone is kind of experiencing this prosperity. So the idea was create this centralized space where people can just park their car, and really Victor wanted it to be more the mall to be surrounded by suburbs, so people don't even have to drive there. You can just walk on your sidewalk to the mall, and so it's less car dependent. But then it became not that at all. And Victor ends up going and saying that what malls have become is a bastardization of his. That's a quote.
Oh,
from
I
him.
love it.
He says that word.
I love it when creators.
You bastardize my vision.
I love it when their vision gets destroyed.
He ends up saying like, I want nothing to do with what this has become because this is not my original vision.
Spit on it.
Yeah. You kind of did that with the studio and my vision of what the studio was going to be. And I was going to be on the top of this huge,
he wanted
structure.
He wanted like
on a throne.
Some sort of a platform throne.
With a bunch of TVs.
And I made it a lot more comfortable, and like inviting. I put a coffee machine in here.
And then as I talk, a robotic head
moves.
Moves like...
Why do you bother me?
That's what I wanted. But instead we got this.
Well, he was going for a Great Oz kind of a vibe.
So intimidating.
Absolutely.
That's you intimidate your guests.
I'm going to put you guys on the spot right now. Favorite Orlando malls. Let's go. Let's do it. Fashion Square before it became a prison. I love Fashion Square. I'm a big fan of Fashion Square Mall. I loved it. I still love it. Like if I don't even know, is it like, can you walk around in there? There's a radio station in there.
We Brendan and I did it not too long ago, and it's weird. Like there's a Spencer's in there, but the Spencer's has a great big AC unit in the middle of the floor because the AC isn't working.
Oh, it's a sad Spencer's.
I like Florida Mall because no one inside is from Florida.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. A lot of people don't know that. Here's another mall.
Like, weird you named it this.
I was trying to dig through my rotten mind to try and think of all the mall knowledge I have about Central Florida.
Yeah.
And one of my most favorite things is I was actually broadcasting at the time when Millennium Mall debuted. They had a dress code. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the dress code.
Yeah, you can look it up. They had a dress code for I want to say for a week until we all rebelled and we're like, well, we'll burn this thing down. We're hillbilly.
I think I remember this.
Yeah,
it was like you couldn't wear a jersey or something.
Yeah, they had
it was like going into
no hip hop looks.
It was like slightly racist.
It was slightly racist.
No backwards hats or jerseys.
No hip hopping. Okay, can we have some rock and roll and some good old country music?
Now I'm sure it's because of the tourists. They couldn't really,
They had a dress code. It was probably about tank tops. Yeah, forever I heard all of my buddies that worked in food service, especially if they were at a high-end restaurant that was anywhere near the parks, that would always complain that like people from other places would come in with a tank top on. And I'd laugh because I'd be like, no, that's just regular Florida guys going in there. It's probably the people from Europe are fine.
It's particularly like a Labor Day for Mall at Millennia.
Yeah.
The deals you can get in there.
No,
yeah.
Now, like when during your talk, do you kind of talk about like now what malls have turned into? Like basically now, like the current state of malls?
Yeah, I'll talk a little. I mean, it's really long. I need to time it and make sure that I have enough time. But I do want to go into the current state of, and like the idea of like the dead mall and these like weird liminal spaces that they've become. But also like what can be done with that space and kind of bringing back that idea of like new urbanism, which is the Victor Groom was like a precursor of new urbanism, but bringing that back, because I remember hearing something somewhat recently about like the Oviedo Mall having a plan of like building apartments on top of it, and that would kind of revitalize stores being leased out and the bottom, and having that like you have store space on the bottom and living space on top, and you see that in downtowns anyway and other more urban areas. So kind of bringing everything back for full circle. I think that I'll be including some of that as well.
Tom said that he wanted you wanted Fashion Square to be Alligator Alcatraz Express, like just a smaller version in the mall. And I was like, wow, this guy's radical.
There's free alligators everywhere. You just get them. What's interesting about when Amazon and we all were like, oh, malls are dead, I screamed that. And then some malls went out of business.
Tell them about your son. Tell them about your son, Tommy Van.
Well, my son really loves going to the mall because it's foreign. And then we've seen a resurgence of like popularity of malls with kids, and like Altamont Mall.
Maisie loves it. My daughter loves it.
Florida Mall never stopped being packed.
No.
And then
Florida Mall can be like at some points very hard to navigate. There's so many humans inside using it. My
Florida Mall
God.
is really interesting. I mean, I used to work at Florida Mall, and like,
Thank you for your service.
Me too.
Wow.
I did too. As well. I worked at Champ Sports
that
in
was,
Florida Mall.
That's one of the craziest malls.
I worked in the Florida Mall between like 2012 to 2017, I think, at like a lot of different stores. But during that time, it was massive for like, it doesn't look the same anymore in terms of foot traffic. Like, there were so many tourists, and there would be like bus tours that would drop
the
people.
groups.
They would drop people off there and just let them shop, and it was insane. That I remember like being on my lunch break. You had 30 minutes for your lunch break, and I had to get all the way down the hall to the food court, and I'd be like zigzagging through people, speed walking to try to get there and dodging people because there were so many people, and it's not like that at all anymore.
And then the Verizon wireless guys would be yelling at you to come
I
in.
need a phone.
Someone wants to straighten your hair.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm wearing my Champs uniform. I work here just like you. Quit trying to solicit
Tell
me.
her what you used to eat every day. What was your standard order at Charlie's?
That was a Charlie's Buffalo Chicken Set. Well, that's because Sam's brother would give it to me free. And
You're healthy now, but there was a minute where you were the gastritis king of Florida. Like every day, it's like a 2-foot spicy cheesesteak with a big curly fry or something.
Then I eat it in the back room of Champ Sports, which is the saddest, and like staring at some
the poster of the broken arm. We have one in our bathroom.
1 AM radio. But what's interesting about the malls is, like, going back to my son liking malls, is because he never experienced, like, I grew up with my mom forcing me to go to the mall, which caused me to dislike going to the mall in the process and stuff because I was forced to by my parents.
Going with my mom to shop for swimwear.
Yeah, and then it was just like, so then when the advent of like ordering stuff online came to my generation, I was like, oh, this is way easier. But then my son never got to go to the mall. So then when he first went, he was like, whoa, there are all these things on the, like, I just walk through and just look around. There's like so much stuff.
What was the store you said he was in that he was like, no, I don't want to, he was just walking around like.
No, he didn't even want to buy anything. He just wanted to go around and look at all the stuff.
Window shopping.
Yeah, it was different than looking at it digital.
It's a lot more fun than people used to give it credit. I like going to the mall and just walking around with my daughter. I don't buy anything, but
it was
I enjoy it.
A foreign experience to him, so therefore he's drawn to it, and he's like, oh, let's go to the mall. And then I'm like, oh, it's weird. I never foresaw this happening, you know, like, and so it does seem to be surviving in and really only a couple malls have shut down, that with the Seminole Town Center is done, but they're repurposing it, so it's not totally shut down. They're just putting a new spin on the space and like stores.
What are they doing in Seminole Town Center?
I heard they're
Elevate's still there, right?
Yeah, Elevate, and then they're putting in like a Costco and certain things
that's right. They are putting in a Costco.
that are not going to go away because people still need low price, groceries and things like that, and stores that are like, mattress stores, like some furniture stuff, like people don't. Although my sister-in-law just bought a couch online, which we were like, you bought a couch online? Don't you need to sit on it? And she's like, no.
It's crazy, but I bought my car online without sitting in it one time. I just bought it and it,
Yeah, because it's all the standard. It's like,
Here's
you don't
my
need
car.
to. So what do you think as far as like what could make malls popular again, or is it just gonna have the younger generation is gonna yearn to want to go to some place they could all, really it's just like young kids, just like we did, go to a place to hang out. It's like a central place, like, hey, let's meet up here, we could walk around together, there's a bunch of things to look at,
some stuff to eat.
To eat. It's like one central place to go hang out.
Did you guys go to the mall as kids?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I grew up in Ocala, so I went to the Paddock Mall.
I remember Paddock Mall. Yeah.
But I think that I see that there's definitely trends towards, yearning for things that we used to have in the 90s, 2000s, even earlier. But like I was at a bar the other day and I saw some people younger than me that had a camcorder, and I see people wanting dumb phones now. They want like a flip phone that I had when I was in high school. They don't want the smartphones anymore. They want to kind of go back to that older
Analog
era Right. So I kind of see, and then people are also talking about the need for third spaces as well, and talking about the mall as a third space during that time. And so I see people kind of wanting those things back a little bit. So I think that it could definitely have a resurgence, and especially if we, repurpose them and incorporate that new urbanism where we build living space on top, like above the malls. So it really re-energizes the space that's already there and brings in, more tenants in the stores.
For sure. Ghost of Manu Bull in our Twitch chat room says, I was a fat kid who ate pizza and spent all of my money on Dance Dance Revolution at the mall. Dance Dance Revolution, an amazing game, and most of your excellent players were your well-fed gentlemen. But they never lost much weight. You would think that they would have. They're dancing their butts off, but they are bigger boys.
My previous roommate had a Dance Dance Revolution, like, legit pad that he used that as, like, he would play Dance Dance Revolution as exercise in our house.
I like that.
It was like the old school, like in the 80s, where the track running Nintendo.
Yeah, but you would just use your hands.
My hands are easier.
Nintendo made a pad you could run on in the early 80s. I want to say like 85, 86.
It was the initial Dance Dance Revolution.
I remember my babysitter brought it over. She had it for her kids or something. I don't know. It was like an older lady. I remember she plugged it in, and I remember I was the one that figured out you could just use your hands.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there playing. Instead of running, you would just you just tap it like a drummer, and you'd win every time.
We were talking about this earlier today with how the internet is going to change future cities and the layouts of how the engineers will lay out a city, because it's we don't need necessarily the stores to be on the main roads so that people can see them off it's your phone tells you where the store is. I've seen this a lot too.
Storefronts aren't as aren't as popular as they used to be.
So then in certain parts of even Central Florida, you'll see and it's kind of sad, all these storefronts are kind of run down because they don't have the foot traffic anymore. So the landscaping's all grown up, and then the store's dilapidated and stuff, and it's wonder what these are going to be turned into in the future, and where stores are going to be located when you don't need them to be off of the main busy road anymore. And even how billboards work. Billboards are still a thing, but it seems like an antiquated thing now.
Yeah, what's the new purpose?
Especially when there's no drivers. Think about that. If you go far enough into the future, it's when you're not driving anymore, you're not even looking out the window. Are your cars going to have windows? You know what I'm saying?
You make it interesting. You can
make digital windows.
Yeah, I can make it anything I want. I'll make it the Harry Potter train. Remember, that's a hologram. I'll just make it anything I want. I'll make my car drive me with no windows. Then when I get home, I'll watch the footage of how I drove. Very backwards.
Yeah. Or is it all going to be because going back to us predicting all malls will be dead, and it's that didn't happen.
No.
Only 2 out of the 10 local.
Well, you could say that we had too many, right? And we probably have now what we need.
Yeah,
and
or maybe
then if we get another one or something. Remember Artagon, R.I.P. There's one.
Yeah, there's a
Mercado, R.I.P. There's one.
And I've heard the Oviedo Mall is on the decline, and there's some that are stage 4. The West Oaks has got to be stage 4.
Some of the West Oaks is in hospice right now. Currently, 100%. So get your visits in now.
Yeah. And then I know that there's been plans to turn some malls into living spaces and stuff like that, which would be weird. Living
no, they already did it
condos inside the mall.
Seattle. Didn't they do it? Or
did they?
Some big city, they did it, and a really high-profile couple that I'm blanking on their name, influencer people, got married in the mall, and they live in the mall. And the mall is a 2-story mall, and the entire top is all on that second floor where you would normally have the glass and you look over.
All living space.
It's all living space, and people live up there. They're very tiny apartments though. They're about the size of this room with a little efficiency area, a quartered off bathroom area, and then a bed. But it's really cool, and they make it affordable, and they give you they kind of they don't pay you, but they give you a good incentive to move in.
Right.
It looked really cool, but it wouldn't be enough for like a family like what I have. But if I were a single dude, it would be really cool.
So again, if you want to hear Rachel present to you some of the Central Florida history of malls.
Yeah, chat room loves your hair, by the way. I can't let you get out of here without giving you your compliments.
That isn't fair. They can't see my hair.
Yeah, I know. They can't. And it looks better than it ever has today, Scotty. I'm just going to say, you would actually, if you could be seen, you would beat out Rachel.
It's September 5th. It's the Lunch and Learn. What's the times again, Scotty?
Starts at noon.
Okay.
It's noon to 1, and it's anywhere from free to $17. Depending if you're a member, it's free, but then you can get lunch, and but very affordable.
Awesome. Yeah, and thehistorycenter.org.
Yes.
Just become a member. It's the easiest way.
That way, when you're bored, you won't be.
Yeah,
because you'll have
exactly.
something to do.
Rachel, thanks so much for coming by. We
appreciate your
appreciate
time.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will see you tomorrow.